Hey everybody, this is Sky. I'm coming at you with my Boxycharm review. This is a review of the products I had last month. I was going to do them all at once, but I thought, nah, that'd make for a really long video because I've seen how long my previous one, so I decided to split it. So whenever I get the notification, I think, that my next one is on the way, which I did get that, I think I'm going to go ahead and do the review on the previous months. We're going to start with the Royal Lincoln brushes. I got 3 of them. I can't find the third one. My sister might have stole one too. She sometimes borrows my brushes, or it could be in being washed and drying. That's probably where it is actually, but that's okay. It is what it is. But for these guys, I love the barrel. I love all of this stuff. The handle, the barrel, it's great. I've not had any fallout, but it's hard to blend with these. This is probably the one that, a reason why I've kept this the most, because I've used this, and I've used this for smudging underneath the eye a couple times, but I'm not really reaching for them. I think sometimes these Revolution ones, may be a little heavy. And I got the 3-pack, not the 2 chrome one, so those might have been better, but all 3 of the ones I had this kind of a shape. I don't need 3 in that shape. The other one was a little flatter, but it's not my best, not the best in my opinion. My current ones, I think, are better, especially this one. This one has been nice for smudging underneath, especially if I've got the lower mascara done. But if I don't, then I really don't need it. And I have other brushes that do the same. I'm glad I got it for free. I'm glad I didn't pay for it. Well, I did with my Boxycharm, but it wasn't that bad. They're a nice addition. I don't know if I'll keep them. More practice down the road, but really, at this point, not looking good. They may go in my miscellaneous and eventually get decluttered out of my set. Next thing is well, actually, it's the Boxycharm, the Boxycharm Z palette. Loving this. It's been great for holding all these little shadows of mine. And it's been holding my 2 from Makeup Geek. Now, the shades are so similar, I really don't use these all the time. This one's been used quite a bit with these when I'm doing looks. I've only used this one once, so I like the formula. It's smooth. The color goes on all day. It doesn't go away. It doesn't fade. So, liking those so far. I may even order a couple of these once I get these down a little bit further, or if I decide to finally get rid of them. We'll wait and see. But I've really been enjoying both those items, and I'm glad I have them. So those, for me, more than make up for the brushes. All right, the next thing, when I had looked at my card, it said liquid lipstick, but instead I got a pencil. The very first time I tried to use this, by the way, you can see it's already kind of worn off, and I've only used this like 4 or 5 times. So for it to be wearing off that quickly is kind of frustrating, but I guess ColourPop does the same thing. So first time I went to do this, the whole tip fell off. Really? Then I went to use it again, and I end up, because it's such a deep color, I end up filling my whole lip in and going over with the liner. With the lip gloss. It fades really, really bad, though. I end up with fading lines coming out within a couple hours, so I'm not enthused with this one. This will probably be going into my project pan so I can get it used up and get it out of my collection. It's just not one that I think in the long run I'll enjoy using. Once in a while it's great, but with the feathering issue, feathering issue, it's going to continue to be an issue. So this one definitely, I'm glad I tried it, so now I know, because I've seen this brand at TJ Maxx a half a dozen times, and I thought about getting them, and now I'm glad I didn't, because they had a gel pack before I got this one with like 6 different colors for like $15. So that right there saved me for the other, so I was very happy with that. That's 1, 2, 3. There wasn't a lot that was big. All right, the next item is probably the one most people want to hear about. Is the Dr. Brandt's Microdermabrasion Skin Exfoliation. I've used about half, trying it out, because you do need a liberal amount when you're first using it. Well, actually, no. Probably not used that much on my face. I've been using it on my hands. I like it better as a hand exfoliator than I do my face. The reason being, the first time I used it, it did take all my dead skin off. I only had a little rough patch, and I had a breakout going, and I'm like, wow, okay, I like this. But the next day, my skin was like Scale City. It dried all the skin under the layer, and I had like scales I had to literally take another, like a washcloth with a little rough washcloth with regular soap and try to get all those dead skins off. Have you ever seen a person ash where they have that haze? I had that. It was not pretty. So I'm like, okay, the second time I tried using this, I put a ton of moisturizer on afterwards, thinking that was the problem. It wasn't as bad, but it was still there. And actually, I got bigger pieces where I exfoliated the dead skin off. I thought, we'll give it one more try. I waited a week and a half, and I tried it again. And same problem. At night, when I go to bed, my skin is like baby smooth, and I put oil on this time. I put oil on my face this time to help keep that moisture in. Because once you lock in with oil, nothing else is moving usually. Normally, that's a steep moisturizing unit when I put it on. I had the same problem. Big, scaly flakes in the morning, all up in here, that I had to sit there and scrape off. I'm like, dude, this isn't, it takes off what's already there, but then it dries the next layer out to the point that this creates more of a problem than it's been worse. So after the third one, I didn't use it. But then I was thinking, well, if it stripped my face that bad, how would it do for my hands? So I've been scrubbing my hands with it, and I get really bad, dry, callous skin right here. It's actually taking that away. So I like it for that. But will I buy it again? No. $79 is what they said on here it's worth. I looked on Ulta, $79. I tried 6 or 7 other sites. I got anywhere from 70 all the way up to 80. So that's about right for this thing, which is, I think, a little expensive for what it does. I'm glad I have it to use on my hands. Am I going to buy it? The answer is no. It is a little gritty. There are grits in here. It's not overly gritty, but it is a little gritty. The grit kind of reminds me of salt. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but there's like little grits. You can kind of see that hazing. That's the grits. It's kind of like salty grits. It does pick everything up off your skin. It takes up all the dead skin. It pulls everything off. I mean, it'll pull all your makeup off, which you wouldn't have to worry about double cleansing then, because you can see it's already moving all that makeup around. You can kind of see that haze. And you have to make sure you wash that off completely, because if you don't, that's not pretty. I found that out the first time. I think it's part of the reason why I gave it so many tries. But my skin feels so refreshed after I used it. I mean, this looks so soft and so refreshed, and it feels really soft, I'll be honest. If you have oily skin, I think this would work great for you. Not combo, not dry skin, but oily. Oily is what you need for this, because this will definitely strip out. It's a little rougher than some of the other ones out there, though. Like I said, it's got some grit. Now, I've talked about the Pacifica's rice brightening. These two feel like they do the same thing. I was comparing the ingredients. This has a lot more of the organic versions or plant versions of this. But if they both have some of the same ingredients, which is kind of funny. They both have glycerin. One's vegetable, one's animal. They both have, believe it or not, both of these have aloe in them, which I thought was kind of funny because it dried my skin out. They both have powders. Now this has rice powder and this has a rice salt powder. So they're similar enough. The feel of the liquid, like I said, if this hadn't had the grits in it, I absolutely would have loved it. This has got a milder grit in it, but I love it, but it too dries my skin out way too much. And it has a few other ingredients this one doesn't. So, and then they're not in the exact same order, so you know it's not the same mix. Because higher the ingredient is up on the list, the more of it is in the packaging. But for what it is, it's good, but it's not good for my skin. I'll be continuing to use this as my hand scrubber to keep my hands smooth this winter. And with me moving down south next summer, I won't have to maybe worry about my hands getting so dry and chapped. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, but I'll give this a try to get rid of all the dead skins and help finish getting rid of the calluses on my fingers from all the painting and crafts I do. I get them from that. I've only been using this twice a week on my hands and love it. My hands are loving it. They feel great. Not having any issues. My nails it doesn't bother my nails at all. I already have crappy nails, so you know, hey, why not? And so I've been loving this for my hands, but that's about it. So I do think that's everything. Well, I have the These guys are called the Revolution Eye Kit. They're not really an eye kit because you can't use... This is supposed to be like a fluffy one. It's too... I don't know, too pointy in my opinion, I guess. And it's not fluffy enough. It's too stiff of a bristle, but not enough packed in there. Does that make sense? The bristle won't fold, but there's not enough bristles in here to really make it. It's hard to explain. And this guy here, like I said, I like for smudging under it. And the other one's the patter, but it's more round like this. Like I said, I don't know what the heck happened to it. But, oh well. But yeah, that was one thing. The two shades of Makeup Geek eye shadow pans. I wish I got in two different colors because I definitely would have been using them more. But getting two colors that were so similar, it is what it is, right? Now the Microderm, the Small Z palette, and the Kiss Proof lip cream, which ended up I didn't get the lip cream. I got the gel lip liners in cinnamon, and I looked those price up, and they're only like $10. The lip retail, the lip proof lip cream is $20, so kind of jipped me there a little bit by $10. But you know what? The fact that this is really $79, which I don't think it's worth $79, is great. There's a Small Z palette for $14. I'm thinking it's a little expensive. I'd probably pay more like $7, maybe $8. This guy I'd be willing to pay about $30 for, and if it was $30, I might pick it up again for my hands, because I really do like what it's doing for my hands. I've been using the vegan version for my feet. That's been helping a lot with my feet, so it doesn't work so great for my hands. I wonder how this works for my feet. It's a really expensive product to put on my feet, though. The eyeshadow pans, $12 each, or $12 or $6 each. That sounds right to me, so I'm not gonna say anything. And then the Revolution, it is $23.97, basically $24 for these three brushes. I do not think they're worth $24. Maybe for all three, I could say paying $6, but not $23. Is it over $100 worth of product? In my opinion, probably retail price is. Is it an actual should-be price? No. It's probably more like $50, maybe $60. And I'm fine with that because I'm still coming out ahead. I've got enough, and it gives me a chance to try different things that I like. Some of this stuff may end up in project pans to get rid of them. You all know how that is. Or I may give them away or declutter them. We'll see what happens down the road. But in the meantime, you all have a nice day. Here's my Boxycharm review. Shortly soon, I'll be coming out with my actual Boxycharm that when I receive it. You all have a nice day. Take care, and we'll see you later. Bye.